one of the better tracks that we play all year. And also, as we look ahead to next week, first playoff event, there's a lot of similarities in, this grainy Bermuda and stuff like that. I've had 5 of 6 weeks off, so I'm a little anxious to get going and playing more golf. And yeah, I'm really excited to be back here. I feel like my game's been in a good spot. I just haven't been playing tournament rounds and really rounds in general. So I had some rust at the Open, and hopefully kicked a lot of it off and can get off in a nice stretch here. That's hopefully a 4-week stretch for me.
What's it been like trying to be patient and not getting to play as much as you want? I mean,
It's been okay. I mean, obviously, it's not like I've been sitting at home hurt or bored. I guess I was for a week of that, but obviously with a newborn, there's plenty going on. So being out here, it's kind of like it's a weird feeling because my other two were born in the fall, so I haven't had this situation before. But yeah, I mean, it's like when you're playing well, you want to be playing. Like you don't want to be peaking in October, and you're trying to figure out how to just kind of hold that and improve on that through the new year. So it feels like every month I've gotten a little bit, my wrist has not been an issue, and I've structurally been, doing things the right way. I felt like I've been putting good rolls on the ball and just waiting to kind of pop off on a good putting week. So I don't feel like I have to do anything different. I just need to keep my head down, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it's coming soon.
yeah, as you mentioned a couple times this year, you feel like it's right there.
Yeah.
Is it putting or is it just getting
Well, I've just,
pieces sewn together at one time?
it's like I've had, 9 holes here where I didn't make anything that could have been 4 under on a 9 holes and spark around, or I had 9 holes of, kind of some poor iron shots where you kind of throw yourself out of it. So I end up finishing, somewhere in 7th to 13th instead of having a chance to compete. So it's just a little bit of the consistency and in some ball striking and some putting. And both are, both are ahead of average. Both are gaining shots on the field on average. But I just, I'm looking to have kind of consistent gains round after round. And I'm, showing I can do that day after day, whether I'm playing at home or playing out here. It started to really come together lately. So now I just have to execute when it matters.
A number of guys are in a similar position as you. You get married, have some kids, and how do you balance man, I got to go out and work on my game, but I want to be home. How have you handled it?
Well, I have less time at the course than I used to, but that's my choice, right? I mean, everything at home is taken care of. My wife's a rock star, and I'm not, obviously a newborn's a newborn, but she's doing most all of the heavy lifting. But at the same time, I want to be home and swimming in the afternoon and being a part of my kids' lives growing up. So it's my choice. But I have to manage my time better on when I'm getting out there and what I'm doing. So it won't be as hard in the fall. But in the heat of the summer, I try to get out earlier and be done by 3 o'clock, and then, be home to hang all afternoon. So it's just another level of time management. I feel like, when you get to college, you get a little more time. When you get out of college and you're not married, you don't have kids, you can do whatever you want all the time. And then, you just kind of have to be a little bit better about your time management as life goes on and your family grows. And, it's been awesome. I haven't felt restricted by any means. It's just trying to be the best golfer in the world while still being, super involved at home means those are my 2 priorities. I don't have any hobbies. I don't have any, a lot of veg time. I don't watch shows. This week's kind of a weird one. I'm going back and I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. I got to figure out what I'm going to go eat. I got to figure out, what I'm going to do with a few hours before bed. It's just, I wish I was able to be home to help out, but, this rest is probably a good thing if I'm shaping up for a nice run here.
Piggybacking on that question, what is the biggest adjustment you have made now being a father, family man who is playing golf?
Just what I was saying. It's just my days look different. It's just the time management of the days. I mean, I'm home essentially I try to be home about 3:30 on, especially in the summertime. And in the wintertime, early in the year, it kind of shifts. I'm home more in the morning because it's cold. And I go out when it's warmer in the afternoon. So it's just figuring out my days is the biggest shift versus waking up and being like, I'll get plenty of time in today and plenty of rest time too. I'm like, no, I want to, I don't really there's no lay time. There's every minute of every day is trying to be maximized to be the best golfer I can be and be as at home as much as possible. And I am home more than a 9 to 5, which is a blessing when I'm at home. I try to be, because there are times on the road where, the days are longer. So, I feel good about how everything's being handled. I feel in a really good place. The new addition, he's only going to be additive to our family, and it's super fun to watch them all interact now at a young age.
How important is it to you, someone established such as yourself with lawmakers, to finish in the top 50? Is it a big deal?
Yeah, because I didn't like asking for exemptions this year at all. I mean, I was fortunate to receive, a lot of them, but you just never know. And when you miss out on elevated events, the way it's structured, they've got the best players in the world at all of them, and you don't want to miss any of them. And so it's a big reason why I'm here. When I sat out, I moved from 38th or 39th all the way down to 48th essentially, just by not playing. And so it'd be nice to have a huge boost this week and not have to worry about it next week. But I'm fully prepared to have some stress next week on that 50 number, and ideally, a good start this week or next week really takes a lot of that off. So the way to have a good start is to not think about it and just play the way I've been playing. But obviously, that's an added element that I don't want to have that I do have, and it's just part of this year. I mean, I missed the first month of the year, and I missed another couple events for different reasons. So I'm really, really looking. I'd like to finish strong this year, but next year is going to be a really good year for me. I can feel it. It's all coming along. I'll be healthy, and yeah, and it's just structurally putting, the mechanics are all getting really, really close, and one good off season should get me nailed down to where I could be as good as I've been, and that's my goal.
All right. All right.